Okay, so much is happening in the world right now. The rational male is having a breakdown, basic argument. How do I describe this? The rational male, the guy who wrote the rational male book, sort of the godfather of the red pill space, has recently been taking a departure from the leading thought leaders, we'll call them that, in the red pill space, being like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, that sort of thing. And what really caused his departure was when he advocated that men get vasectomies in order to like own the feminists. Now, as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, Rollo, you've obviously, been out of the zeitgeist for a while. This is extremely crazy. Bro, I just tuned back in to this live stream that they had, and it devolved into some degenerate ad hominem attacks, which is entertaining, but I also want to cover what was said and exactly what the situation is and break it down so people understand. In my opinion, he started a downward spiral when he was extremely dishonest with Mikhaila Peterson, in my view, for attention, for clout, for views. And that's when I realized that he is not intellectually honest at times, at minimum. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay. And for those of you who don't know, I'm referring to when he basically said that Mikhaila Peterson, he compared her to a mother that like let her kids die because she got a babysitter when going to do business meetings in another state. Now, I left a comment on that video that got more likes than his reply to my comment, which was essentially completely calling him out, saying Fresh and Fit are a better source of red pill information than him. But this is sort of a sad and unfortunate fall. But I think he was getting too used to being the only player in the red pill space for years, and he's been completely surpassed by better thinkers and more impressive embodiments of masculinity. And that's just the case. He's been surpassed in terms of critical intellectualism, by far. Surpassed in impressiveness, definitely by Tate. That's for sure. And some of the other guests that Fresh and Fit have had on. And he's salty that he's in a place like he is. No guy looks at Rollo Tomassi and says, I want to be like this guy. That's the cold, hard reality.
For sure.
I just tuned back in, and they were calling each other names. So that's crazy, because I was not expecting to ever see that happen. And so that means something serious went down.
I disagree with him on as far as like the female stuff. Like, oh yeah, that like having sexual experience is like bad for you, like he was trying to say. Mm-hmm. But I think objectively speaking, from the things that I listed as far as what I think makes a guy high value, he has all those things. Now, he's limited on his knowledge of females for sure, right? Because I think he only got with one girl, and she comes from
they're talking about Ben Shapiro, by the way. That's who they're referring to right now.
Certain type. She comes from a family, and a certain family I don't want to say because we're on YouTube, but I think that set her up. Yeah, cha-ching. That set her up to be a girl that would be to his liking. But the point,
they're trying to debate if Ben Shapiro is high value, which is absolutely absurd, because Ben Shapiro is an intellectual titan. He's extremely rich. His net worth is above 100 million, and he is universally respected by anyone that cares about rational debate and ideas. And very, very few people can even go toe to toe with him in a disagreement, much less an intellectual conversation. So it is outlandish for Rollo Tomassi to suggest that Ben Shapiro is not high value, and that is absolutely so. That is completely damning in my view.
What I'm trying to make is, I think Ben Shapiro's a high value guy, but I don't agree with his stances on women.
Same thing with Steven Crowder right now. You guys were just talking about Crowder not too long ago. Like right up until he got this divorce and all this stuff started coming out, and Candace Owens and all that shit.
Guys, but I don't think
Steven Crowder, again, is a high value guy. Extremely high status, extremely wealthy, and lots and lots of men respect him. That's universally high value. It's not the same type of brand of high value as other guys are, but in a pluralized society where there's many different hierarchies to traverse and conquer, there's going to be diversity in high value to a certain point. But the commonalities are status, value as expressed in the market, and interpersonal success. So this is completely indisputable.
Said he was a high value guy until now.
I think they're high value guys like Crowder and Ben Shapiro based on what they've accomplished in life.
It's completely insane for Rollo to not admit that. He's coming off as delusional. Rollo has come off as delusional a lot though. He has been experiencing a massive fall from when he was the only one in the red pill space, and not the only one, but the titan in the red pill space by writing the books The Rational Male. But he's been surpassed. Men don't want to be him. He's been surpassed in every metric, and that has gotten to him. On some level, people have always been saying, and I'm talking about the delusional leftists and feminists have always been saying that Rollo Tomassi is delusional, and there are ways that they're correct about him being delusional. Rollo Tomassi is not an embodiment of masculinity that any men strive towards. They strive to be more like Andrew Tate. This guy is not impressive. I don't look at Rollo Tomassi and even think of him as high value, as a matter of fact. And he's trying to say that Ben Shapiro is not high value? Are you kidding me? Co-founder of the Daily Wire, a company worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, beautiful family, great wife, respected by intellectual titans like Jordan Peterson. There's no connection here. So this is severe coping, and I think Rollo's just been spiraling down recently with his insane statements about getting vasectomies. He's encouraging men to get vasectomies to combat feminism. It's bonkers, dude. That doesn't make any sense.
But I don't agree with their standpoints on
Rollo
females.
thinks that if he disagrees with them, then they can't.
You guys are just, like, go back to fucking Twitch. Just go back to Twitch and start playing games again.
Dude, that's not an argument. You can't. That's an ad hominem attack. That is really, really fucking immature. Why would you say that, dude?
Lee, you have no fucking point. There's no point for either one of you to be on this fucking show. Point.
Dude, see, I told you. He's upset that he's getting surpassed. He is no longer the icon of the red pill space, and he is coping with that downfall. That's what's happening here.
Honestly.
Dumbledore has spoken.
Dude, what the fuck? Rollo, that's an incoherent thing to say. And you should have more self-respect and more self-awareness to realize men don't want to be like you. They want to be like Andrew Tate. They want to be like other guests Fresh and Fit has on. You've been doing YouTube for more than 10 years, and you have like 200,000 subscribers. There's a reason why you haven't grown. There's a reason why you're so small relative to the amount of time that people have done YouTube. People do YouTube for that amount of time, not even as their full-time thing, and do better than that. When you know, like, and the reason is because on some level, you are not an embodiment of what you talk about. Your wife is a 4. You're old. Men don't want to be like you. And you wrote some good books back in 2010, but you're trying to insert yourself where you don't belong, and ad hominem attacks actually completely debase your stance, and they make you seem emotional, they make you seem fragile, and they make you seem like a blue pill leftist. I also saw, by the way, I'm stopping this a lot because there's just a lot to cover here, and I'm going to be thorough. So you can skip through the video if you want, but I saw Rollo somewhat perverting the entire situation with Crowder, sort of needlessly, just going after him as if Crowder is some sort of beta or blue pill, when I don't think Crowder is. I just think he chose wrong with a wife when he was younger, and now he can just get a 10 out of 10 hottie. Like, it's very simple. Just get a conservative 10 out of 10 hottie from, you know, Georgia. It's all good. She'll be blonde. Like, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, him going after Crowder so viciously, pretending like Crowder isn't high value, is delusional. Because, again, dude, Mug Club, I think, brings in millions of dollars a month. Probably more than $5 million a month, if I'm being honest.
Just said that he's high value.
He said he's high value, but except for that one part where he's saying, you know what, I disagree with his outlook.
And not only that, I mean, the guy's pulling in like 2 million views on Rumble. Are you kidding me? Rumble?
When it comes to...
See, Rollo isn't that. That's why it comes off as jealousy and resentment, which is very, very, you know, that reeks of left-wing resentment. That, you know, the resentment is what causes the left to hate reality, and he's coming off as that. So, you know, this is basically a video about the downfall of Rollo.
What am I talking about?
I don't know. Okay. All right. What else? Anything else?
Up to you guys.
To fucking debate you, dude. On any topic you what?
We are right now.
Yeah, we just did.
No, you're talking about this one fucking tweet is what you're talking about.
Well, we were talking to the godfather of Redpill, trying to.
Yeah, and speaking of fucking tweets, or excuse me, speaking of fucking super chats, was that not you on whatever podcast the other night?
Yeah, I like to support people that go on to have a podcast.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for at least admitting it.
Those are the only 2 super chats I've sent in my life. If I'm watching content and I want to know if it's Redpill or not, I just
It seems like you're watching a lot more than you think you are.
Program I've ever been on. It's insane. You should get a tax credit for like watching me.
Bro, do you have anything to say? Why are you staring like that, man?
There?
Yeah, sorry it's late. I was napping.
Okay, dude, I'm actually mid-recording a video right now. The internet's falling apart. Do you see what's been going on?
Oh, what, the Trump scene in Hen Hall?
Yeah. So I just finished recording my reaction to the 3-minute video that they released of that. The Twitter is losing its shit. Like, dude, everyone is crying. The Young Turks are like losing their fucking shit. AOC is crying on Twitter right now. And then I fucking go over to Fresh and Fit. And then what do I see? I see Rollo calling Sneeko a douche nozzle and like essentially melting down on stream. Bro.
Dude, I saw that too. I'm literally watching it right now. It's hilarious.
It's so fucking crazy. I'm recording a video about it right now as we speak.
Dude, yeah, you should. Because this whole high value man, Rollo, is such a stupid thing. Everyone's in the comments is roasting him. He's so retarded.
Everyone is roasting Rollo, right?
Yeah.
I even talk about how he started his downward spiral with the Michaela Peterson podcast, and he was intellectually dishonest there when he when he basically insinuated that she was equivalent to a mother letting her child die when she got a babysitter to go to Florida for business. When I saw that, I was like, okay, he's not a serious actor, and now he's just fucking he's literally attacking Sneeko. And as you know, I'm not a Sneeko fan, but like there's not, you can't call someone, like, you can't use ad hominem attacks and then pretend you are both mature and even debating anymore. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
so
completely agree.
This guy's like basically a fucking joke. Dude, do you think I could even put some of this in, since it's very authentic, like into the video? It's up to you. Like, what do you think?
Wait, this phone call right here?
Yeah, just as I was relaying it to you, because it's very authentic as I'm like recording. Because
yeah, of course.
Good shit, bro. Because I was like watching the shit and you fucking called and like we're both watching. It's like, isn't it fucking crazy? And keep in mind, we can edit anything you say in or out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, dude, when I first got into the space, I actually liked Rollo. I think he was very clear, concise, and he broke it down in a technical level. But as time went on, he's so emotional. You can just tell he's a bitter old man. He's just saying shit and these points go nowhere. They're easily refutable. He's so dumb.
Dude, facts.
And this interview just proves it that he's losing to fucking Sneeko and Destiny of all people. Come on, man.
I know. It's embarrassing, right? Because it's like, it's Destiny's on there. Destiny is on the panel too. And I hate to see Destiny laughing at Rollo and being right at the same time. But I mean,
same.
It's like you stoop to that level. You actually fucked up that hard. And Myron was put in a bad position by this. Because you remember, we were watching that stream when Myron started defending the vasectomies. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And now Myron is realizing, like, wait, there's actually no way to defend this. Dude, they're denying if Ben Shapiro is high value, a man who's published more than like 12 books that are bestsellers and is a co-founder of a company worth damn near $1 billion with, like, you know.
They literally had to argue about Steven Crowder too. It's fucking so insane. Yeah, Myron is definitely put in a very peculiar situation. He really respects Raul. He really put him on the space, but now he has to choose, like his fucking dad and fucking reasoning logic.
Facts. Yeah, it is sort of like that. Do you think he's going to update his mindset? Because I think he probably will. I think
he has to. He has to grow. He can't be tethered to everything Rollo says. He's just gonna. You can't be really tethered to any really one man because it's gonna drag you down, especially a guy like Rollo.
Yeah.
Or Miron.
Dude. Even people. So, dude, even people that, like, I said this before, but I think Rollo is very jealous of other people's success because men don't want to be like him. He's old and he's not even he's not a predominant force, and he was a predominant force back when he published those books because the space was so small, but now the space has surpassed him in every way. I feel like he's just not a very serious person. I know young guys for sure do not look at Rollo and say, I want to be that guy. They look at Andrew Tate. And how he was going after Steven Crowder too on Twitter was just very corrupt in my opinion, because it's like, okay, Steven Crowder, I said this in the video already, but Steven Crowder is not some sort of blue pill idiot. He's not like Steven Crowder's not a blue pill idiot. He just probably chose wrong when it came to a wife, when he was young, and now is just going to get like a hot 10 out of 10 blonde from Georgia. Like, it's very simple. But because Crowder is resentful, sorry, not Crowder, but because Rollo Tomassi is resentful, he's trying to act as though he's somehow high status, high value, when Ben Shapiro is not. Are you kidding me? That's delusion. That is delusion.
Facts. Dude, I remember watching some of those live streams back in the day, and so a question that was asked, how do you feel with the success of FNF compared to yours? And you can just tell he was just super bitter that he's been in the space for like 20, 30 years, and FNF comes out in 2020 and just destroys them.
Right. Well, there's a reason.
Ho's mad, bro.
Dude, facts. Exactly. There's a reason why they surpassed him. When he had that super corrupt, disgusting interview with Michaela Peterson, I commented under the video actually on my other Google account, and I said, I essentially called him out for being extremely corrupt, and explained why. And that comment got so many likes that it got more likes than his reply to it, which was kind of embarrassing, of course, because I in the comment I concluded by saying people should go watch Fresh and Fit instead, because they actually conducted themselves respectably around Michaela Peterson when they brought Michaela Peterson on the Fresh and Fit podcast back in the day. And so like I also saw that, and I feel like he's been exposed for a while, and he knows it. It is kind of sad, but it's entertaining to see, because he's kind of taking himself out of the picture by insulting Sneeko like this.
Yeah. But I'm also watching the live stream, and all the comments about Sneeko are also so true. Kind of flip flops so much. It's so funny, and he denies it.
Well, the thing with Sneeko is he's just not intellectually. How would you say?
Yeah,
this? He's
90
not,
IQ.
Oh, he's not intellectually developed enough to understand the topics in high resolution. So he has an understanding of topics that are low resolution, but when pushed, will seemingly contradict himself. But that's just because he doesn't have an in-depth understanding of what he's talking about. But that doesn't mean that his heart isn't in the right place, I think.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's good last point. Good last point. I see some tweets on him on Twitter, and it's just... It's ridiculous. The way he uses Islam just to say that he's based is so fucking hilarious.
Right. I think it's another...
You can tell this guy likes this religion just because it's based, not because he actually believes that there's a higher power.
Right. It's a level of sort of identity politics as well that I think people are using with Islam, because it's like oh, look how red pill I am, I'm going to convert to Islam, which is a form of like leftist it's like a leftist mentality of identity politics of look how virtuous I am, I'm going to become a Muslim. I guess there is...
Dude, that's a huge point. Exactly, they're doing the exact same thing that they hate.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, there is a lot of value, I think, to being a Muslim over an atheist or like a nihilistic leftist, but to say that it is the only answer, or that the answers are embodied in the doctrine of Islam, isn't just that's incoherent. It's completely untrue. Now, I think a lot of what has caused that is people seeing Dubai and the Middle East on the internet as a haven for...
Yeah, but they don't ever see literally any other part of the Arab fucking world. Holy shit, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's not like Dubai is attainable for... what's up?
I was going to say, do you want to talk a little bit about the Arab world right now?
Yeah. Actually, you already know I have a very low view of them.
I want you to share your opinion right now on them.
But yeah, a lot of these Redpill space, they love Islam, they love the Arab world, but they only ever mention one fucking city, and that's Dubai. They don't mention the rest of the shithole that is, the Arab world. Egypt, 60% of people live in poverty. Lebanon, crisis, inflation. Fucking Pakistan, I don't even know what's going on. There's a shithole there too. Yeah. Like if I asked Andrew Tate if you were put in a box and you were randomly spun anywhere in the Arab world, would you take it? He would say no, because there's a 99% chance we'll end up in a fucking desert shithole with no food, no money, no nothing. Yeah, he's very fortunate. Yeah, Dubai is a very nice place, and they got a lot of good things going for it, but that's just for him and his friends. There's just not attainable for 99% of the people in the fucking world.
That's very based. Do you want to share your opinion a little bit about, or say what you were saying the other day about like how the Muslims and innovation and those stats that you were talking about?
Yeah, dude. Ever notice that all the innovations and everything come from the Western world? Literally, the air world would not be anything without us. Before they discovered oil, by the way, by Western companies in the 60s, these places were just desert oases, nothing. They found oil because of Western technologies, and they blew up. And now they shit on us. Fucking hilarious. These people are such hypocrites. And also, they don't produce any manpower to sustain their societies. And people think this is going to be the future. All the management and technology and thinkers and engineers come from the West. My friend has a dad who literally works out of Houston and goes to Dubai all the time because they need his expertise. Because they cannot produce it themselves.
Wow.
They graduate degrees. Yeah, and it's everyone in Houston's like that too. We all know a lot of people. It's because they graduate degrees in shit like Islamic studies, Arab studies that really don't produce or conducive for a high tech society like Japan or China or South Korea.
Facts.
If you look at the immigration statistics of these countries like Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, they have like over 80% immigration or foreigner immigrants within their population because they cannot produce the manpower to sustain their society. They need to import Filipinos and Indians into their countries to work on fucking slave contracts. This is not a society, in my opinion, that is conducive for future success.
Right, and they're not competing with American innovation in any way, shape, or form.
Any way, shape, or form.
Right. You made an amazing.
You're just anti-woke, which I like, but you know.
Right. But the thing is like you can achieve an anti-anything with enough dogmatic adherence to an ideology, which in and of itself is dangerous. That's why I work so hard to inoculate people against the dangers of adherence to ideologies, because they put the individual secondary to adherence to a set of principles. No, the individual comes first, and then the ideas can follow that. But you made an amazing point the other day when you said people are praising innovation in other countries and talking out of their ass when America is like launching a revolutionary rocket with SpaceX, which is an American company. You know.
Yeah, and we're producing AI up the wazoo. Tesla's about to come with their AI, Open AI. You know, ChatGPT. Google's about to come with their AI. Snapchat just came out with their own AI too.
Right.
Where do you see this in other countries? Again, unfortunately, they're corrupted by left-wing activists, but
America
it's still a good sign.
Right. America is still the leader, and that can't be ignored. And the principles that built America. You know, I have seen on Twitter a Christian sentiment for the future. I have seen an emboldened idea for what America could be, rather than people just jumping ship. And I think too many people are jumping ship when it comes to giving up on America. Because
I will not give up on this country. This country has a great foundation, great principles. We just need to fight back the culture and retake back these institutions.
Right. Okay, that was really good. I'll definitely include a lot of that.
This challenge. If you guys want to come to Vegas, come to Vegas. We'll sit across the table from each other.
Build up your fucking dog.
Dude, look at him crying. He just said, "Come to Vegas," and we can sit across the table from each other. Like, who does this guy think he is, dude? No one wants to be like you, bro.
Shit podcast. What are you talking about? Come to Miami.
I am coming to Miami
next week.
Dude.
I didn't say, what do you mean? What mean? He called us douche nozzles. Oh, it's fine. He's the Grand Wizard of Redpill, so I can't go say anything about that.
Dude, fuck him being the Grand Wizard of Redpill. Obviously, he's not. At this point, he's just a fucking old man crying about being irrelevant. Andrew Tate is the future. Dude, Andrew Tate's Bugatti has more influence than this fucking guy with 200,000 subscribers.
But I'm me now because I'm calling him irrational for not having any arguments at all.
Yeah, and it is deeply irrational to, use ad hominem attacks against people when you're trying to have a quote unquote debate, even though that's a low resolution term in and of itself. It's a childish tactic, and then to turn around and say that they're being childish, very, very low value.
Bro, I know you want to defend him because the book is here on the table, but like, bro, that made no sense.
You guys have not read the book. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Dude, this guy's talking about them not reading the book, bro. Okay, you wrote a book in 2010. This doesn't mean that you are a master on the topic, because in order to truly be a leader in this space, you have to exemplify masculine traits.
You can't call this childish when you were the one who started insulting. I would just ask you a question and then you
Yeah, exactly.
said douche nozzle. Now you're going to go play the maturity card?
Yeah. Now I'm going to play the maturity card.
That was a middle school argument.
Dude, see, this guy, when I see his face, when I listen to him talk, I can only assume he wasn't socialized properly as a child, because I don't know why you would behave this way. How is your response, yes, I'm going to play the maturity card, after just saying they're being immature, after just using ad hominem attacks and insulting them, saying they don't deserve to be in a conversation or in a debate with you. That is a left-wing talking point. You're not the type of person that deserves to, engage in dialogue. That's the sort of thing a left-wing person says. That's the sort of thing an emotional blue pill person says. And Rollo Tomassi just said that to these guys. That's this is extremely embarrassing. But the thing is, I mean, it's embarrassing for him. I don't find this embarrassing on my account because I think that the true spirit of the Red Pill has divorced itself from Rollo Tomassi at this point.
All right. I mean, this is not going anywhere.
This was a great debate.
No, it wasn't a great debate. Fresh, you low IQ bum. No, dude, it wasn't. This was fucking degenerate as shit, obviously.
Debation.
Dude, debation. Dude, Fresh, you're so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Debation isn't a word. Oh no. No, Fresh, you need to get replaced. Holy shit.
I mean, it's very obvious that everyone here has different takes, which is great. I think that's good.
I'm not sure what his take is still.
Yeah,
But that's cool. It's different than ours. We know that.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Is there anything else, Chris? Or
How did this guy make Destiny the cuck look halfway passable? How? That's an L, dude.
all right. Bro, do you
Smash
have
that like
anything
button.
that you want to say before we?
I was gonna say I'll be there next week.
All right, cool. Well,
Dude, if he tries to throw hands with Sneeko, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny, bro. Okay, Byron's gonna have to make a choice, and it's going to come down to his dogmatic adherence to people that supported him early versus the truth and its potential explorations. And I'm hoping he chooses correctly, and I think that he can. So with that being said, guys, this is wrapping up. This was a thorough video. Feel free to skip around in it, if you want to, see Rollo truly go off the deep end. But I had an amazing conversation with my boy on here. But also, this was just a great video. So hit subscribe if you're watching this, and I'll catch you guys later. This is great. Peace out. Yeah, absolutely.
We're not gonna yield this country to fucking retards.
Facts, dude. On God, bro.